World Numismatic Finds proudly brings you another exciting discovery, a fascinating selection of UK 2 pence coins that might just be worth far more than their face value. From the outdated 1996 piece to the well-preserved 1993 coin, each carries its own charm, history, and hidden potential. The 1987 circulation coin, the 1998 fine condition piece, and even the very doty 1997 edition could hold surprising collector value in today's market. Stay tuned as we uncover what makes these seemingly ordinary 2p coins truly extraordinary treasures for sharp-eyed collectors across the UK. Let's get started up within this video. We turn our attention to the UK 2 pence coin from the year 1996, a small yet historically rich piece of British coinage that continues to capture the interest of collectors around the world. Despite being found in outdated condition, this coin carries a charm that reflects both its journey through time and the enduring spirit of Britain's monetary heritage. The 1996 UK 2 pence coin forms part of the decimal series first introduced in 1971, following the transition from the old pre-decimal system. The obverse, or head side, proudly displays a portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael McCloof, who captured her regal profile with the IRB initials beneath the neckline. This design, used between 1985 and 1997, embodies the dignity, grace, and continuity of the monarchy during that era. On the reverse, or tail side, you'll find the iconic badge of the Prince of Wales, a feathered plume encircled by a coronet with the motto I Say Dien, meaning I serve. This elegant and symbolic imagery reflects centuries of royal tradition, loyalty, and service, giving the coin not only monetary but deep cultural and historical value. In terms of specifications, the 1996 2 pence coin is struck in bronze and weighs approximately 7.12 grams with a diameter of 25.9 millimeters. It was minted by the Royal Mint as part of the general circulation series before the transition to copper-plated steel coins in 1992. Although by 1996 the composition had already changed, some older bronze versions were still in circulation, making it a fascinating transitional period for British currency enthusiasts. Its smooth edge and classic reddish-brown tone give it an instantly recognizable look, especially for those who grew up with the early decimal coins in their pocket change. When it comes to rarity, the 1996 2 pence coin isn't classified among the rarest in the UK, as millions are produced for circulation. However, in outdated or heavily circulated condition, it tells a story of genuine use and history, something collectors deeply appreciate. Coins with surface wear, oxidation, and faded luster might seem ordinary to the untrained eye, but to numismatists, they carry authenticity and age that newer specimens simply cannot replicate. While pristine uncirculated examples command higher prices, even circulated coins like this one are gaining interest as more collectors seek to complete year sets from the late 20th century. In today's collector market, a 1996 UK 2 pence coin in outdated or worn condition might fetch around $1,000 to $1,500 depending on its level of wear, with slightly higher prices for those showing clear details of the Queen's portrait and the Prince of Wales emblem. Though it might appear modest, its long-term collector appeal lies in its place within British coinage history. Over time, as more coins from this era disappear from circulation or are lost to time, the demand for authentic examples like this continues to rise, especially among enthusiasts of British numismatics and those building complete decimal collections. For collectors looking to add such a coin to their collection, a few tips go a long way. Always handle coins by their edges to avoid fingerprints. Store them in acid-free coin holders, and avoid cleaning them with abrasive materials, as this can reduce their value significantly. It's also wise to document the year, condition, and any unique features of your coin. Even outdated condition coins can stand out if they carry unique toning or minting quirks. Keeping an eye on online auctions, coin fays, and dedicated collector groups can also help you gauge current interest and find rare variants or better preserved pieces. In conclusion, the 1996 UK 2 pence coin might not be the rarest piece of British currency, but it embodies a slice of everyday history that continues to attract passionate collectors and historians alike. Its outdated condition adds character rather than detracting from its worth, serving as a tangible reminder of Britain's evolving coinage and cultural pride. As time goes on, coins like this will only grow scarcer, and those who recognize their value today are setting themselves up for rewarding discoveries in the future. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your numismatic journey, the humble 1996 Two Pence is a coin that deserves a proud place in any British coin collection. At number 2, the 1987 United Kingdom Two Pence coin. A coin that may look ordinary at first glance, but carries with it a story of British heritage, craftsmanship, and collecting potential that continues to attract attention even decades later. Many of these coins have passed through countless hands in everyday circulation, yet those surviving in good condition still hold their own unique charm and can even command impressive interest among collectors around the world. The 1987 UK 2 pence coin belongs to the long-standing series first introduced in 1971, when Britain adopted the decimal system, changing the entire structure of its currency. The coin proudly features a profile of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by the acclaimed sculptor Raphael McCloof. His elegant portrayal of the late Queen is instantly recognizable, surrounded by the inscription Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 1987 inch, signifying by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. On the reverse, we find the symbolic badge of the Prince of Wales, an intricate design featuring 3 ostrich feathers encased within a coronet, accompanied by the motto ICHDN, which translates from German to I serve. This design, created by Christopher Ironside, is more than just an emblem. It's a representation of royal tradition and centuries of British heritage, making each 2 pence coin not just a piece of metal but a miniature emblem of the monarchy and the nation itself. From a cultural and historical perspective, the 1987 2 pence coin carries an important significance in British daily life. It reminds us of a time when small change truly mattered, when pocketfuls of copper coins jingled through markets, sweet shops, and public houses across the country. For collectors today, these coins capture a sense of nostalgia. They represent a simpler, tangible side of everyday British history that continues to resonate with generations. The coin's copper-plated steel composition, introduced in 1992, was preceded by its original bronze alloy, and the 1987 issue belongs to that original bronze era, giving it additional appeal among purists and serious collectors who value coins from before this metal transition. The standard weight of a 1987 2 pence coin is approximately 7.12 grams, with a diameter of 25.9 millimeters and a smooth edge. While these technical details may sound ordinary, for collectors they form the core of what makes a coin authentic, original, and potentially valuable. The weight and size are important identifiers when distinguishing genuine pieces from altered or counterfeit examples. Many numismatists also appreciate how well-balanced and durable the coin's bronze surface remains, even after years in circulation, with its distinctive reddish-brown tone that deepens naturally over time. When discussing rarity and condition, it's worth noting that the 1987 2 pence coin is not considered one of the rarest issues in the decimal series, as it was produced for general circulation in relatively large quantities. However, the key to its desirability lies in its preservation. A circulated coin will naturally show signs of age, scratches, dull tone, or slight wear on the Queen's portrait and the feathers of the Prince of Wales badge. Yet, even coins in circulation condition can hold collector interest, particularly when they retain a clear design and readable lettering. In contrast, uncirculated or proved versions from the Royal Mint's annual sets can fetch higher values, particularly among those aiming to complete decade-specific or design-focused collections. Today, the market value of a 1987 2 pence coin in typical circulated condition usually ranges between $1,500 and $2,000, depending on overall eye appeal. However, special examples, such as uncirculated or brilliant condition coins, can attract values of $2,000 to $2,500 or more among enthusiasts, especially when accompanied by proof-like qualities or minimal wear. Interestingly, in some online marketplaces, coins in near-perfect or sealed mint sets have been known to command higher bids due to rising global interest in British pre-1992 bronze coins. This has created a small but growing niche where collectors actively seek these coins as a nostalgic reminder of Britain's decimal beginnings. For collectors looking to add the 1987 2 pence to their collection, a few tips can make all the difference. Always handle coins carefully by their edges to avoid adding fingerprints or scratches. If you come across one in your change, don't dismiss it too quickly. Check the details of the portrait and reverse design, as strong definition often signals better value. It's also worth keeping an eye out for misstrikes or minor minting errors, as these can elevate even an ordinary coin into a desirable rarity. Storing the coin properly in a dry, acid-free environment will also help preserve its tone and protect it from corrosion. In conclusion, while the 1987 Two Pence coin may not immediately appear as a high-value rarity, it stands as a treasured piece of British numismatic history. Its blend of cultural heritage, symbolic design, and connection to a pivotal era of the United Kingdom's monetary transition makes it an attractive addition to any coin collection. With increasing global interest in older decimal coinage, especially those featuring Queen Elizabeth II's classic portraits, even modest condition coins are finding renewed appreciation. So next time you come across one of these coins, remember that it's more than just 2 pence. It's a copper-colored fragment of the United Kingdom's living history, holding both sentimental and collectible value that continues to shine in the eyes of collectors across the world. At number 3, the 1998 United Kingdom 2 pence coin, a small yet remarkable piece of British history that continues to captivate collectors across the globe. At first glance, it may appear as just another coin from your loose change, but when examined closely, this humble copper-plated steel piece reveals a wealth of charm, character, and enduring cultural value. The 1998 UK 2 pence coin, especially when found in fine condition, holds more than mere face value. It tells a story of Britain's modern minting era, the country's heritage, and a collector's growing fascination with coins that represent transition, nostalgia, and rarity within everyday currency. The background of the 2 pence coin dates back to 1971, when the United Kingdom adopted the decimal system. This change marked a monumental step forward for British currency, introducing new coinage designs that reflected both tradition and progress. The 2 pence coin became a symbol of this shift, proudly featuring the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of ostrich feathers within a coronet, accompanied by the motto ICHDN, meaning I serve. This design, created by the talented Christopher Ironside, has remained one of the most enduring and recognized motifs in modern British numismatics. By 1998, the coin had already gone through a few material transformations, and this year's issue was struck in copper-plated steel, rather than the earlier bronze composition. This change not only made the coin lighter but also gave it a distinctive reddish hue, enhancing its collectible appeal. Culturally and historically, the 1998 2 pence coin represents a snapshot of Britain during a time of optimism and renewal. It was an era marked by technological advancement, pop culture influence, and economic confidence, with coins like this circulating widely through the hands of millions of Britons. Yet, over time, as the Royal Mint updated materials and production standards, coins from the late 1990s began to develop subtle differences in tone, shine, and wear, making examples in fine condition increasingly attractive to collectors. The coin's obverse carries the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Ian Rank Broadley, introduced in 1998 and instantly recognizable for its mature and detailed representation of Her Majesty. This very portrait marks a key turning point in British coinage design, adding further significance to the 1998 issue. In terms of specifications, the 1998 UK 2 pence coin weighs approximately 7.12 grams and measures 25.9 millimeters in diameter, maintaining the same dimensions as its earlier counterparts. Its composition of copper-plated steel gives it a slightly magnetic quality, which differentiates it from earlier bronze issues and can be tested easily with a magnet, a small detail that often intrigues both novice and expert collectors alike. The sharp strike of the lettering and the clarity of the design elements are key indicators of its preservation quality, and in fine condition, the coin maintains much of its original detail while showing only moderate wear from circulation. When discussing rarity and condition, it's important to note that while the 1998 2 pence coin had a large mintage, finding one in truly fine or better condition can be more challenging than it seems. Many of these coins were heavily circulated, and over time, exposure to air, moisture, and handling caused tarnishing or surface wear. Therefore, examples that retain clear definition and luster have become more desirable in the numismatic market. Although it is not classified as an era coin or one of the rarest varieties, the 1998 issue's fine examples attract attention due to their connection to a transitional period in the coin's design and composition history. In the current collector's market, the The 1998 UK 2 pence coin in fine condition may hold a modest yet noteworthy value ranging anywhere from $500 to around $700, depending on presentation and demand trends. However, specially preserved coins, such as those in uncirculated or proof-like condition, can sometimes fetch higher prices among collectors who seek to complete a full set of decimal-era coins. What gives this coin additional allure is not just its monetary value, but its role as a tangible reminder of Britain's rich coinage evolution and royal heritage. For collectors, the best approach when acquiring or preserving a 1998 2 pence coin is to handle it with care. Always store the coin in a protective holder or airtight capsule to prevent further wear or oxidation. Avoid cleaning or polishing the coin, as doing so can greatly diminish its collector value. Instead, focus on maintaining its natural patina and authenticity. Keep an eye out for minting anomalies such as misaligned strikes, die cracks, or color variations, as such detail can transform an ordinary coin into a highly desirable specimen for numismatists. In conclusion, the 1998 United Kingdom 2 pence coin may seem like a small denomination, but its story is anything but ordinary. With its rich background, royal symbolism, and connection to a defining period in British numismatic history, this coin continues to hold a special place in the hearts of collectors. Its modest yet meaningful market value, coupled with its visual charm and cultural significance, make it an accessible yet rewarding piece to add to any collection. So, the next time you come across a 2 pence coin from 1998, take a moment to look closer. You might just be holding a tiny piece of British heritage that's quietly appreciating in value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, this coin proves that even the smallest denomination can carry a world of history in the palm of your hand. At number 4, the UK 2 pence coin from the year 1993, a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance but holds far more history, charm, and collector intrigue than most people realize. With its brilliant copper-plated steel composition and its rich background tied deeply to the cultural identity of modern Britain, this particular coin has found itself in the spotlight among collectors and enthusiasts worldwide. The story of the 1993 2 pence coin takes us back to a time of economic stability and national pride, when the Royal Mint continued a proud legacy of decimalisation that began in 1971. The obverse of the coin proudly features a portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Raphael McCloof, which gives it a distinguished and regal appearance. This image of the Queen was used between 1985 and 1997 and remains one of the most recognizable and admired effigies in the entire history of British coinage. The reverse side, often referred to as the tails, displays a badge of the Prince of Wales, an elegant plume of 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet and accompanied by the motto ICHDN, meaning I serve. This symbol connects the coin to centuries of royal heritage and embodies Britain's enduring cultural identity, linking the nation's modern coins to a long tradition of monarchy and national symbolism. From a cultural standpoint, the 2 pence coin holds a special place in British life. It is part of everyday transactions, yet for many, it's also a nostalgic reminder of the shift from pre-decimal currency to the modern decimal system that reshaped Britain's financial landscape. The 1993 issue, in particular, captures an important period of transition. It was one of the years where copper-plated steel fully replaced the earlier bronze alloy, marking a significant evolution in the materials used for coin production. This change reflected technological progress and cost efficiency, while maintaining the timeless aesthetic that the Royal Mint is known for. The weight of the coin stands at approximately 7.12 grams with a diameter of 25.9 millimeters, and its smooth-edge design adds to its subtle beauty. One of the key facts about the 1993 2 pence coin is its balance between availability and collectability. While it was minted for circulation, the overall quantity was relatively modest compared to some earlier years, which makes high-quality examples, especially in good condition, more desirable today. Coins that have retained their original sheen, clear details, and minimal wear are increasingly being sought after by collectors who aim to complete their sets of decimal-era coins. The charm lies not only in its design but also in its representation of a unique chapter in Britain's numismatic history. In terms of rarity and condition, while the 1993 2 pence may not be classified as extremely rare, its appeal lies in its age, condition, and preservation. Coins that have remained in good condition over 3 decades without heavy circulation are considered premium pieces in today's market. The copper-plated steel composition can often tarnish or lose its luster over time, so finding one that retains a clean surface and a strong strike is becoming increasingly uncommon. Collectors often pay special attention to minting errors, misstrikes, or offset prints, which, if present, can elevate the coin's value substantially. When it comes to collector demand, the interest in early 1990s British coins has grown steadily as more people turn to coin collecting both as a hobby and as an investment. Many numismatists are now focusing on coins from the late 20th century, particularly those minted during Queen Elizabeth II's long reign, as they represent a golden era of British coin design. The 1993 Two Pence coin stands out as an affordable yet historically rich piece that bridges tradition with modern minting technology. It's a perfect addition for collectors who appreciate both its aesthetic and its historical significance. Now, the part that excites everyone, the current market value. A 1993 UK 2 pence coin in typical circulated condition might not fetch a high price, usually around a few dollars, but in good or uncirculated condition, it can be valued anywhere from around $2,000 to $2,500 depending on the shine, strike quality, and preservation. However, if your coin shows any unusual features such as double lettering, minting errors, or unique toning, the value can rise significantly, sometimes reaching up to $5,000 or more among keen buyers in the collector's market. The global interest in older British decimal coins, particularly those tied to the legacy of Queen Elizabeth II, has given these coins an upward push in value over recent years. For collectors looking to preserve or acquire such coins, a few important tips go a long way. Always handle your coin by its edges to prevent fingerprints or oil from damaging the surface. Store it in a dry, protective case or holder to maintain its condition, especially given the tendency of copper-plated coins to oxidize over time. Avoid cleaning it with chemicals or abrasive materials, as this can greatly reduce its value. And above all, keep an eye on reputable auction platforms, numismatic fairs, and online collector communities. These are excellent places to buy, sell, or exchange your coins and stay updated on market trends. In conclusion, the 1993 UK 2 pence coin in good condition is a wonderful representation of British heritage, art, and craftsmanship. It embodies the essence of the nation's modern coinage era, while carrying a nostalgic connection to its rich history. For both new and experienced collectors, it serves as a perfect blend of affordability, beauty, and historical relevance. As interest continues to grow in late 20th century British coins, the demand for well-preserved 1993 2 pence pieces is expected to rise steadily, making it not only a delightful keepsake but also a wise addition to any collection. So next time you come across a 1993 2 pence coin with a smooth surface and bright finish, hold on to it. It might just be one of those small treasures that tell a big story in the world of numismatics. At last, the 1997 2 pence coin was minted under the reign of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, whose portrait adorns the obverse side. Designed by Ian Rank Broadley, this particular effigy marked one of the later designs of the Queen's image and was introduced in the late 1990s, giving the coin a distinctive and refined look that separates it from earlier issues. On the reverse side lies a well-known badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of ostrich feathers encased in a coronet, accompanied by the motto Ich dien, meaning I serve. The symbolic design, created by Christopher Ironside, has long represented the strong heritage of the British monarchy and the nation's pride in its enduring traditions. When considering its background, the 1997 2 pence coin forms part of the decimalization era of British coinage, a period of great transformation that began in 1971. When the UK officially moved from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to the decimal system we know today. By 1997, the coin had already become an established part of everyday life in the United Kingdom, circulating widely across shops, banks, and households. Despite being a common coin of small denomination, each piece is a small chapter of British financial history, representing decades of change, modernization, and continuity under one of the most beloved monarchs in modern history. The coin itself is composed of bronze, weighing approximately 7.12 grams and measuring around 25.9 millimeters in diameter. Its composition and size give it a reassuring feel in the hand, substantial enough to remind you of its worth, yet simple enough to blend seamlessly into daily currency use. Even though the coin may appear very dirty after years of circulation, The weight and material ensure that the details of the design remain visible and intact once cleaned properly. For numismatists, even the most worn and tarnished coins are meaningful, as they tell stories of where the coin has traveled and what hands has passed through over decades. As for the key facts surrounding the 1997 issue, millions of these coins were struck by the Royal Mint, ensuring that they were widely available across the United Kingdom. However, over time, as newer coins entered circulation and older ones were withdrawn, cleaner examples became harder to find in everyday change. The very dirty condition may reduce its visual appeal, but does not take away from its historical and collectible charm. In fact, such coins often intrigue collectors who appreciate their originality and authenticity, preferring them untouched to preserve their natural patina of age. When it comes to rarity and condition, the 1997 Two Pence coin is not considered an extremely rare piece in the numismatic world, but certain varieties and minting errors from this period can significantly increase value. Although standard circulation pieces may be found easily, a coin with a striking error, off-center design, or an unusual color variation can attract much higher interest among collectors. Even in very dirty condition, if a coin exhibits any unique features, it can still hold greater collectible value. Coins that have remained in circulation for over 2 decades naturally acquire marks, scratches, and grime, yet these imperfections often enhance their narrative appeal. In the collector's market, the demand for 1990s-era UK coins has grown steadily, especially among those who specialize in complete decimal coin sets. While a 1997 Two Pence coin in very dirty condition might typically sell for a modest sum, ranging from around $1,000 to $2,000, depending on condition and interest, pieces with slight errors or exceptional toning have been known to reach anywhere between $3,000 and $5,000 in online markets or coin fairs. Cleaned, well-preserved, or proof-like versions of the 1997 Two Pence coin, on the other hand, can command significantly higher prices, especially when kept in mint packaging or as part of a commemorative set. For collectors, owning a 1997 Two Pence coin offers more than just a chance to hold a piece of metal. It's about preserving a piece of British identity. The key to maintaining or enhancing its value lies in careful storage, avoiding harsh cleaning chemicals that may damage the coin's natural surface, and ensuring it remains in a dry, protected environment. Even dirty coins should be handled gently, as overcleaning can reduce their authenticity and numismatic worth. Many experienced collectors recommend using soft cloths or distilled water to gently remove dirt while keeping the coin's original patina intact. In conclusion, the 1997 United Kingdom Two Pence coin, though common in circulation and perhaps overlooked by many, is a fine example of British craftsmanship, national symbolism, and royal history encapsulated in a small copper-toned disc. Even in a very dirty condition, it reflects decades of daily life, commerce, and cultural continuity. Whether kept for its sentimental connection to Queen Elizabeth II's reign, its detailed design, or its small but growing collector's value, this coin continues to shine in the eyes of enthusiasts. Its modest value today does not overshadow its potential future appreciation, as more collectors around the world seek to build complete sets of UK decimal coins. Holding a 1997 Two Pence coin, even one marked by time and wear, is holding a piece of living history, a simple yet powerful reminder of Britain's enduring legacy in coinage and tradition. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to stay tuned to World Numismatic Finds for more rare and valuable coin discoveries from around the world.